and my wife will lose just right around 40% in tax. I don't want her to lose 40% in tax. I like her, right? I like her. So we want to make her the beneficiary so she can do a spousal rollover. She can roll all my IRAs and 401ks into her IRA and pay no tax at all. She would just have to pay tax later when she spends the money. Does that make sense? Beneficiary eliminates probate, right?
Yeah.
So the beneficiary designation eliminates probate. The rollover eliminates the tax, so we're home free. Now, after the spouse, who's the next beneficiary? The trust? No, it would all be taxable when she dies. It's going to go to her 3 children, and they can do inherited IRA rollovers. And then they have 10 years to disperse the money and pay the tax. So maybe they take 10% out a year, pay a little bit of tax as they go. Or one might say, look, I don't want to take any out right now. I'm working. I'm going to be retired in 5 years. That's when I'll take the money out. Does that make sense? Each child can make their own decision based on their own tax plan. Question?
If you have both traditional IRA and Roth, can you put the Roth in the trust?
You can, and there's no tax loss for that. There's no tax issue, except I want my wife to inherit the Roth or do a Roth rollover because I want her to have the tax-free account for the rest of her life. If the Roth goes to the trust, it's gone. It's not taxable, but she loses the ability to grow tax-free. So it should still be spousal rollover Roth. And then I want the beneficiary of the survivor's Roth to go to children because they have another 10 years of tax-free growth. So if I have it go to the trust, they lose all the future tax-free growth. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the spouse got 10 years.
The
Then
spouse
children-
has a lifetime.
Lifetime.
Children have 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah, children have 10 years. Anybody not have children? If you don't have children, write this down. The beneficiary of the IRA should be right here. So it should be people, right? It should be people directly, not the trust, because those people can do the 10-year program. Okay? And if it's not people, maybe it's charity. Anybody support their church or charity? So if you give an IRA to charity upon your death, do they pay tax on the IRA? No. They don't pay charity. So what a great place for the IRA to go is to the charity. Give the tax-free stuff to your children and people. Give some IRA to charity. They don't pay tax. And your children don't pay tax either. Okay, hopefully that helps.
What do you mean by 10 years? So your child has 10 years in order to...
Let's just say that child A got a $100,000 IRA from you. They would have to liquidate that $100,000 sometime in the next 10 years.
Okay.
So they could do a little bit each year, or they could wait and do it all in the 10th year. Okay, good question.
Do they have to pay tax on Roth?
Roth is tax-free no matter what. Roth is tax-free forever.
And they don't have to use it up in 10 years?
If the children inherit your Roth, they have 10 years. They can liquidate all in the 10th year.
But no tax on Roth?
No tax on all of it.
And how about a girlfriend?
Same thing, but a girlfriend would have a lifetime. Who said girlfriend? There you go. Yeah, they could do a lifetime. Actually, no, is that 10 years?
10 years.
Sorry, 10 years.
Or,
The girlfriend would be, I think
there's
it's 10.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I believe only a spouse can get it and not have the 10-year limitation, or children can get it with a 10-year limitation.
But if the girlfriend is the beneficiary.
Yeah, I think they have to take it out immediately. But it's a good question. I'll get back to you on that one.
We could probably Google that and have the answer by the end of the night.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about wills and trusts and beneficiaries. Any questions on trusts or wills? Yes?
What about cars?
Car, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. The car could be owned by the trust. Then if you get a ticket, you can give it to the trust. The car could have a beneficiary on it with the motor vehicle department, or it could be the trust. I don't think it really matters.
We have a lot of information about doing your own trust. You don't recommend that?
I didn't do mine, and I've done hundreds of trusts with clients. We said, hey, we're gonna pay a little extra money and get it done right.
So it's about 5,000.
We've got a relationship with estate planning lawyers because our clients come to class because we educate them. They don't have to do much of the work. So it's a big discount. So if you go to an attorney through us, you get a big discount. Yeah. Sometimes you'll meet with Leor and he'll say, you absolutely do not need a trust. So I would meet with Leor first. Sometimes he'll say, in this case, we just know we can do it without it. Yeah. All right, just a side freebie tonight. Anybody have grandchildren? Anybody have grandchildren that work at McDonald's or a job, they're 16, 17, 18 years old? Anybody have those kind of ages? Okay, you have children? Okay, here's a great idea when you have grandchildren at those ages. If you have an 18-year-old working at McDonald's or any kind of job, what I would encourage you to do, because you want to transfer wisdom to your children, right? Wisdom to your grandchildren. You want to transfer money ideas and money thoughts and wisdom. Here's a great way to do it. Give your 18-year-old granddaughter, grandson, when they get a job, give them $500 a month. And you put that into a Roth in their name. And you say to them, look, I'm going to do this for you, but as soon as you touch the money, I will stop. So don't touch the money. And if you do that from age 18 to 25, that's 7 years. If you never do another dollar for them, and they never save another dollar the rest of their life, if that only makes 10% return till age 65, again, it's only how many years? 7 years of deposits. That money at age 65 is $3.5 million. At just a 10%